its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, Alex Nafusi.
Hi, buddy. What's up?
Hey, Alex. What's going on, man? October 17, 2015. You're pretty excited about today.
I'm always excited. Doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't even matter.
Every time I get to see you on a Saturday morning, I'm always excited, buddy.
Good enough. Hey, look who you brought in. You brought in Sarah and Alan. We have an actual divorce attorney in here to talk about real estate and divorce.
It's family law.
Family law.
That's what it's called.
It's a nicer thing, nicer way to say that. Hey, Sarah, welcome to the show. All right, we'll get that microphone on.
Can you turn the microphone on for? Appreciate that, buddy.
She's a professional. There you go. Hey, Sarah, we can hear you now.
What's going on, guys?
All right.
Figures Gunny's got his U-Bomb shirt on. That's why I forgot to
it's conspiracy already.
So it starts.
We are going to give
begins.
1 hour worth of the mortgage talk. Always, if you're purchasing a house, definitely want to give us a phone call. 248-539-9797. If you're refinancing a house, if you're maybe going to be going through a what do you call family situation, a divorce, maybe a looming separation, there's things you can do to protect yourself, protect that asset in the real estate. We'll talk about that also, and we're looking forward to all your calls. We are brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE. Give them a call all day long if you need that approval letter.
We're going to join the show, 248-539-9797. You know, Sarah and I were doing some prep before the show, and she said, well, dude, what am I going to talk about? You guys do a mortgage real estate show, and, you know, I'm a family law attorney, which, I mean, there's you do everything, obviously, right? I mean, well, not criminal stuff, but.
No, I don't do any criminal. I do.
What if it was me, though? Would you do it for me?
You would probably not want me to do it for you.
But and this is perfect. This is where I was going with it. It goes to going to people that you trust. That was like the theme.
Oh, it was a setup. You set her up.
No, that actually was legit. That was not set up.
See, that's the thing, because you go to people you trust, and there's more to, you know. We always get that thing they call that comes on. What's your rate? Does it really matter what the rate is? I mean, you're going to get the same thing with all the government regulations now within an 1/8 to a quarter point. I mean, no matter who you call, but it goes to someone you trust. And Sarah, you said you had a client the other day.
I did. We had a client that came in, and David and I took the case, and we gave them what we considered to be a fair retainer for what they had hired us to do. And they left, went away, called us about a week later, and said, we were hopeful that we could ask you to reduce your retainer. We've met with 3 people. We were the most comfortable with you, albeit you were the most expensive. So would you consider doing that? And without even batting an eye, David and I were like, of course.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's always a great story when it works out that way. And more importantly, the clients, these are people you want to work with and really go to bat for them. They're using their best judgment, getting better advice. It's not always the dollars. Now, in our world, Alex, of course, the fee, the interest rate, and the closing costs, they all are very, very close. So you're probably going to want to deal with someone who's local. Like you said, Alex, you have that trust. You can reach out, call them, go to their office, build that relationship with them.
It really goes towards service. And I gotta kind of change some names around here. But, you know, I have a client right now, actually, with the guys from Skyward Real Estate, Josh Taylor. It's actually his birthday today as well, along with Jeff Lesson. Happy birthday to both those guys. And Josh, I'm doing one of the deals. The deal that I'm going to talk about is not the one that, you know, that was screwed up. So it ends up blowing up at the last second. Like, by the way, transactions don't blow up at the last second. Like, you know, I mean, if something happens a weekend, then you know. If you're in process for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and something blows up, you got a bad lender. You were never approved. Long story short, the mortgage guy that was doing the financing for the deal that Josh sold, the condo, Josh was genuinely pissed. He was like, I mean, he was mad. I mean, Josh wears his heart on his sleeve, you know, the same way you and I do, in the same way Sarah does. I mean, I look at all my clients. Listen, we don't have to be best friends, but I mean, I look at you as Harvey Freed, as Sarah Ellen, not as, you know, file 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the lender says to Josh, I don't know what you're so upset about. Deals blow up all the time.
No, they don't.
I was just like, no, not mine.
No. So that was the response.
Yeah, I mean, it really just goes to dealing with people that you trust, that, you know, that they're going to get the job done for you.
Well, our show theme really this morning is take care of your financial house. Of course, the big game coming up this afternoon in football here at the Big House all afternoon. But we talk about your financial house when we talk about what's going on in your life. Again, are you saving for your kids to go to college? Are you building equity in your house? Are you getting off that one mortgage that's an old 30-year at a high interest rate, refinancing your house to a 15-year? Are you doing things that you can probably afford to do? Are you maybe stretch yourself a little bit? Alex, we talk so often about the little things that you can save, but I mean, you go out for dinner on a Saturday night, it's over $100. If you go anywhere decent, get some drinks or what. It's usually $100. If it's not, you've got the babysitter at home, and with the babysitter, it's going to be over $100. You're shaking your head like there might be another zero on there.
No.
At least $100. I'm not talking about the bottle of wine. I'm talking about the whole dinner.
Sarah and Brian have 4 kids, so
there you go.
That's right. That's right. They are expensive.
If they could do dinner for $100, I think they would take it in 2 seconds.
That's a
right.
drive-through for you guys.
That's
Is $100.
right. That's right.
Nice. So again, but there's a lot of things you guys even do, or at least you're planning the future. When you know, obviously you get married, you settle down, you're gonna have children. How many kids can you afford? What lifestyle can you afford? And those are all choices you make. We'll try to ease through some of this stuff. If you have some calls, 248-539-9797. Always love talking about that. And the greatest thing is we also want to sort of tie in the fact that if you're getting separated, how that division of property works. So often Alex and I will see that a guy will come in and he's getting a mortgage and he's qualifying and he's been divorced for several years. He's still on the old mortgage and it hasn't been taken care of. And a lot of times having your name out there on another lien you're not responsible for, that person might not make the payments on time and jam your credit up. So there's a lot to know when you're purchasing a house or when you're getting out of that situation.
Sarah, what are some options that the people have when you do get divorced and the judge says, okay, you got to refinance the house and take off the spouse?
Typically, we structure ours to give about a 6-month window. Sometimes we'll give a year if we think that the person that's doing the refinancing is going to have issues with respect to income earning and things of that ability. But typically, we try to ensure our client's safety by making sure that that's done in a reasonable amount of time.
Which is the way it should be. When the market tanked back in 2008, 2009, we had all these situations where people get divorced, and the divorce decree said you have to refinance the house. Well, if you owed $100,000 and the house was worth $50,000, I mean, you can't, as much power as judges have, I mean, it doesn't supersede Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guidelines. So we had situations sometimes where people would be stuck and we couldn't get them off the mortgage.
Right. You couldn't move on. 248-539-9797. Always mortgage talk. Mortgage rates always are doing fantastic for the last several years, but we're still one of those 5-month lows again. Definitely holding steady. The last few days have been great. There hasn't been a lot going on. Also, we're seeing some strength in the stock market, which has been good. So when you see low rates in the stock market moving in the right direction, things are definitely looking good.
Well, wait, time out. You know when tickets for the Michigan
you're right.
Michigan
game, yeah.
They're going for like $2,000 a pop.
Oh, they were. I didn't know that. It's like a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, you know the economy's coming back.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yes. Zoe was invited to go to the game today, and Brian and I are like, "Oh my gosh, are you kidding?" And Brian's like, "Those tickets are $1,000 a piece." Well, it turns out she's just tailgating. But,
well, I'm sorry. How old is Zoe?
Oh yeah, Zoe's 12. This is.
Oh, so
she says this is my money.com weekend. I've been invited to the Michigan State game.
This
is
a lot of fun. I don't know that you letting your 12-year-old daughter tailgate is doing anything to your credibility right now.
Well, she's going with her nice little girlfriend and their parents. That's okay.
That sounds safe enough. Things definitely a little bit quieter until the FOMC meeting coming up on October 28th. Again, the Fed's going to meet 2 more times at the end of this month. And one more meeting, I think, on December 13th or so. I had the date written down. And again, our interest rate's going to move up. If they do, it's not going to necessarily affect mortgage rates that bad. If you haven't refinanced your house yet, definitely take a look at doing that. There's tons of ways to save money. Again, a lot of things you can do if you're getting prepared to become a homeowner come this spring. So we want to hear from you all morning long at 248-539-9797.
Harv, you talked about ways to save money. And one of my favorite things to do, and I love, I mean, I'm not piloting companies by any means, but I love calling Comcast and saying, hey, am I in the best plan? It's like every time you call, it'll save you $100.
Yeah, I haven't had that much luck, but they're definitely willing to work with you.
But, I had a young lady buying a house, and, she had to have her payment below $1,000.
Okay.
And there's only so much I can do to keep, your payment at X. I mean, there's different factors. There's your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, and it was $1,006 a month. I was $6 off. There's just nothing else I could do. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing else.
Did that work out?
Yeah, it worked out. But I said, listen, I said, $6 a month makes or breaks you. You need to, you need to really consider
maybe this is
buying
the right
a cheaper
thing.
house. So I'm like, maybe she really is maxed out. Maybe her debt to income ratio really is way too high. So I started looking through her bank statements. Dude, she had one day. There was
She's spending some money.
Dude, she was at Market. She was at Lux. She was at Oak City. She was
like
at
you,
Morton's.
When we come back, we're up against our first break. When we come back, we're going to be taking all your calls. 248-539-9797. Keep it here.
97.1 The Ticket. Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
The struggle is real.
Put on some music.
No way, I'm already over on my data.
It could be your friends, your neighbors,
You got your phone, right?
No way, I've only got 29% battery left.
or even you. The struggle is real, but there is hope.
No worries, I got it. I have Next Radio.
Next radio?
What's that?
Oh, it's this free app for live radio on your phone. You just flip through what's playing now, music, news, sports, it's all there. It uses up like 3 times less battery and 20 times less data.
Cool.
Nice.
If I hear a song I like, boom. Play history, it's all right there.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, Sprint, Boost, and Virgin already have it. T-Mobile and AT&T are going to have it soon.
Play Store?
Yep, Google Play Store.
Oh, sweet.
That's awesome.
Save the day. Be the hero. The struggle is real, but you can overcome. Download the Next Radio app free from the Google Play Store to unlock free FM radio on your smartphone.
Next Radio.
Radio you can see and hear.
Hey, it's Flo, and here's my impression of an emotionally resilient toll booth attendant. Hey, that's a nice boat you got there. Is that thing covered with Progressive? Okay, you gotta go. Hey, look at you. Nice hog, fella. Looks like a twin. Oh, okay. Hey there. Where you headed, camper? In a hurry? No big deal. Keep on keeping on. Ah, camping's fun.
Save a big chunk of change on RV, boat, and motorcycle insurance with Progressive.
If you're looking to save money on Medicare Part D prescriptions, just swing by Walgreens. With everything from copays as low as $1 on select plans to now reward points on all prescriptions, Walgreens helps you get more. And who doesn't like more? So seize those Medicare Part D savings because you, my friend, have earned them. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
$1 copay for Tier 1 generics. Points can't be earned in New York, New Jersey, and Arkansas. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
We've all been there. We're waking up together. We're going to bed at the same time. And when we're away from each other, we just can't bear to spend a minute apart. But lately, it seems that the objects of our affection are just that. Objects. Our digital devices. We just can't put them down. At work, at home, wherever, whenever. We just can't get enough of our little screens. And we're not putting them down anytime soon. We get it. That's why SVS Vision created DigiSmart. Everyday lenses designed to help reduce eye fatigue caused by digital devices. Part of the new iDef collection, a signature line of lenses exclusively from SVS Vision. Hey, your phone isn't the only thing that's smart. Learn more at svsvision.com. Now get free frames with the purchase of prescription lenses. Limited time only. Restrictions apply. SVS Vision, official optical provider of the Detroit Lions. Live your life in iDef.
Here's an interesting question. Can energy be cleaner and more reliable and still stay affordable? Today, we have Ryan from DTE Energy to talk about that. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. So, tell me what you guys are doing.
Well, we do all we can to keep our energy reliable, affordable, and clean for our customers.
Oh, and how do you do that?
DT is always working to upgrade equipment to prevent outages. Plus, we're reducing air emissions to keep Michigan's air cleaner.
Is that right?
That's true. In fact, we've invested over $3.5 billion on just these kinds of upgrades.
Whoa, that's a serious commitment.
Yeah, it sure is. At the same time, we're an industry leader at keeping our own costs down, and that helps us manage energy prices to save our customers money.
You know, I really appreciate that because saving is always a good thing.
And customers can save even more by taking advantage of our energy efficiency programs, rebates, tips, and tools.
So to learn more, just go to dteenergy.com/affordability. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Don't have time to talk? Send us a text instead. The Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text, 97136. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
Winners
And losers are welcome here.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 916, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Hey, it's our rivalry game here. U of M versus MSU coming up again at 3:30. We got Pat Caputo, and I think Kyle Bogey's out there also in Ann Arbor Pioneer. So we're going to be broadcasting all day long. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. And we're going to be taking your mortgage questions. And we brought in Sarah Nail to talk about divorce and separation of real estate and all these other great things. But first, we'll go to Clarkston. We've got Rick on the line. Good morning, Rick. You're live on The Ticket.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. What's up?
I have a 7-year ARM, and I am 2 years into it. And I'm double paying, so I hope to have it paid off by 2021.
Okay.
So I'll probably be 18 months to 2 years with that increase in the ARM, maximum 2% bump per year. Should I refinance now, or should I just continue to pay, and it doesn't make sense to refinance?
What rate are you currently paying right now, sir?
2 3/4.
You're probably in good shape, man. I mean, you're going to have it paid off pretty quick. I mean, I'd say the rate's going to go up at the end of your 7 years. If you're concerned about it, I'd maybe move it to a 10-year fixed. I think the rate would be pretty close to where you're at right now, and then you can pay it off there. That way, it takes all the risk out of it.
Okay.
So if you're already making double payments, Rick, we're guessing that the interest rate that we'd give you on the 10-year fixed and your double payments probably about the same payment, maybe even a little less, and then you really get that security in case you don't pay it off in time.
When's the time frame that you're going to pay it off? How quickly?
2021. I anticipate having it full.
Oh, so you're really right there, dude. I mean, because honestly, just based on this conversation, I think you're fine. I mean, because it'll be paid off before the ARM even sets to adjust. So I think you're in good shape, Rick.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. See ya.
All righty. 248-539-9797. Let's move on to Tom in Detroit. Hey, Tom, welcome to the show. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. A little similar to Rick in that I'm moving out of state and I'm deciding whether or not I want to do a 5-year ARM or a short-term fix. And I want to pay the house off quickly.
A short-term fix, like what, like a 10-year fixed?
Yeah, or maybe even as low as an 8-year fix. I found one with Quicken.
You can do, yeah. I mean, you can do an 8-year. I mean, absolutely. It depends what you want to do. I mean, I personally, I like the fixed products. I mean, rates are so low right now. It's not, it's not 97 where rates are, 8%. I mean, if you can get a 10-year fixed, an 8-year fixed below 3%, I would go that route. If you're comfortable making that payment, I would all day take that.
Yeah, I am comfortable with that. The fix is pretty attractive, or the ARM is pretty attractive.
Well, I mean, the rate on an ARM is not going to be that much lower than a 10-year fixed.
Yeah, it should have been in the mid-3s.
That's a 2.58.
With how much in fees? Did you get the fees on that, the closing cost?
Yeah, $900.
No.
Someone's lying to you.
Tom, when we call you back, we're going to want to call you back on the air next week to tell you you found out differently. That's not the case.
Yeah, so really, you think I'd be looking at something a lot higher?
Well, let me ask you this. I guarantee you don't have it in writing. What's your answer to that? Yes or no?
Good question.
I don't know. You got to have it in writing. Well, that's okay. We'll talk about getting things in writing and settling up. But, Tom, definitely we want to offer you that, and we'll see if we can run some numbers by. Again, we'll just make you an offer and see if it works out for you.
That works for me. Great.
We'll call you for the show, Tom. Thanks,
Appreciate the call. Thank you. 248-539-9797. This morning's going to fly by, Sarah, and I know it's your first chance to come on the air with us, but it's exciting. And if anyone's out there and wants to talk...
smiling.
She's great over there. But if anyone does have some questions or concerns, had a buddy. I did a loan for a gentleman 20 years ago. Called me back. I mean, like a friend, truly like a friend. I told him it was great to have him back, but not under these circumstances. But yeah, going through a separation, had to buy a condominium. We had to find out, does he qualify? And again, he's still on that other house, not quite divorced yet. We got into some separation agreement conversation and things that can be done ahead of time. So there's a lot going on out there. You can prepare yourself even before the final divorce judgment, right, Sarah?
That's correct. Yes, you absolutely can. And Alex can attest to the fact that I call him all the time. I send my people to him because oftentimes we do a lot of high asset litigation. So what we typically find is we have one spouse that doesn't work. So the one spouse that doesn't work, the non-income earner, she has issues, or he, I should say, has issues with respect to income and financing a home. Because if they're going to be receiving support, there's a period of time that they need to receive it. I believe it's 6 months.
6 months,
right?
correct.
So we do encounter this a lot. And sometimes we will try to prepare for this within the context of the divorce prior to entry of the judgment so that we can resolve it. And at the time of the entry of the judgment, they can show that they've been receiving support for 6 months.
Getting the right people, the professionals in front of you, that's the key, man. That just rolled off her tongue. 248-539-9797. Let's go to Rick in Birmingham. Good morning, Rick. You're live on the ticket.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good, thanks. Real quick, I've got a 30-year adjustable, goes out to LIBOR.
Okay.
And right now, I've been beating it pretty well for the last 4 or 5 years. It's been low, 2.5%, 3%, something like that. And I got about 21 years left, and I want to stay in my home. And my payment without insurance or taxes is $1,200 a month. If I go to a 15-year fixed, can you guys give me a ballpark number on my payment? Would it go up or down, or what would it do?
Well, it's going to go up. What's the mortgage balance on it?
Mortgage balance is $240.
$240, and if we did a 30-year?
No, if we went to on a 15-year.
15-year, so go 704, 14.
I have 21 years left. Is what I got.
That's about $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month.
Yeah, it's just under $2,000.
Here's the thing.
Don't have a calculator on me.
Hey,
Sorry.
I didn't either bring mine. But you got to remember, you save 8 years. So I mean, you save 96 payments times $1,200. So whatever that equals.
That's a humongous savings.
It's $130,000 you're going to save by going to a 15-year. It's a great way to go.
I know you guys don't have a crystal ball, but good time to do it now, or
absolutely?
What do you think?
No, I would pull the trigger now. Rates are going to go up, Rick. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, they just can't go down from where they are.
And it's a nice little drop, though. Again, this year's been great, but right now they're as low as they've been all year in 2015. Rick, we'll follow up with you after the show and run some numbers for you, and hopefully we can do some business. Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it. Again, we have open lines here at 248-539-9797. We love dropping the term down to a 15-year. If we can get more and more families to take a look at that number, they'll find that extra $100, $200, $300 more a month is going to save them. As you said, Alex, you're dropping 5 years of payments.
You just have to. There are things you can sacrifice on a weekly or monthly basis to put yourself so far ahead down the road by getting that house payment. Wouldn't it be great to be, 45 years old and have no house payment?
Be really cool.
Is
that what your dream is?
Mine's paid for.
You only got 10 more years. You're done.
I'm almost.
You got it done. Hey, Dave out there in Clarkston. Good morning. What's going on, Dave?
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, I had a question for you. My wife and I are purchasing a home. We put an offer in. The offer was accepted. They've took our earnest money. We ordered the inspection. The inspection came back with a couple of things. They had some transit going through the slab that had some asbestos in it, so we wanted them to address that. And we're finding out in the last 24 hours that they're going to pull the offer away from us now.
Well, they can't do that.
It's up to you.
That's what I thought. I thought we had the right to first refusal.
That's correct.
You do.
Sarah?
Yes,
Yeah.
I say that you can. That's a specific performance issue.
Oh, you know what? Did you go back to renegotiate?
Go back to their real. Pardon me?
Did you go and already renegotiate terms with them, or did you how did you address it? How did your real estate agent address it with them? Because if you do make a counter offer in writing, then they can deny it and then move on. That's why it gets a little tricky there.
Right. That's
We
an offer
didn't
acceptance
make
issue.
a counter offer. They accepted our offer,
right?
And we made the offer contingent on our inspection.
What?
And the inspection found out about this asbestos in the ductwork, which we've come to terms with. We can accept this.
Let me ask you.
Into it further.
Let me ask you something.
And we want you. Go ahead.
All right, so we've got an issue here with it. Are they willing to do this repair? Because whatever they found, they have to now disclose. Again, there's a lot
Correct.
going on here. They have to disclose this in the future. What's the purchase price of the house?
$180,000.
And now that this is brought to their attention, they just immediately said, "Oh, we're not interested in doing business with you," and that's it. Is it worth $190,000? Did they get a backup offer?
Well, they already accepted our offer. I don't know how they can go out and get another offer.
Well, because it's still going to be on the market. It'll be listed as pending.
Yeah.
So they may have got another offer, and they're trying to get out of your deal.
Yeah, that's what my wife and I were thinking. Is that even though our real estate agent took our earnest money to the table, and we've got signed paperwork saying that our offer's been accepted.
Yeah, Dave. What I'll do is Yeah, I'll have Sarah give you a call after the show. Try to help you out with that.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's really, it's up to you whether you want to buy the house or not. It's not up to the sellers.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. I don't know how they can come back and say no, they're not going to sell the house to us.
I agree.
Dave,
Dave,
it's
I got
a
to
good
run to
call.
a break, buddy. I'll call after the show, man.
Okay.
Thanks,
Alrighty,
dude.
thank
See
you.
ya.
Hey, 926, keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
ABC Warehouse will give you $1,000 if they can't beat your best deal, guaranteed. Now through Saturday, get a factory renewed and guaranteed LED 1080p 60-inch TV for just $498 or less to beat the competition. Or a GE king-size capacity washer and matching dryer, closeout priced at just $377 each. Other washers and dryers start from $287 each. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. ABC Warehouse is the area's #1 Sealy Posturepedic retailer. Now through Saturday, get a Sealy Posturepedic Deluxe Queen mattress set priced at just $427. Other Sealy Queen sets start at just $219. You can also get free delivery and setup, free removal of your old bedding, free HD TVs, and 2 years no interest with many mattresses department-wide. See the entire sale ad online at abcwarehouse.com. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
Imagine a place where hockey fans cheer side by side with basketball fans, where football fans break bread with soccer fans, where the geniuses of baseball hang with the extreme sports fearless X-types. Imagine if this place served pizza and cheesesteaks, pints and fish and chips. Imagine if there were as many HD TVs as there were types of beer. It sounds perfect, doesn't it? It's real, and you can find it at TAP, only at MGM Grand Detroit.
Two Broke Girls 5 nights a week presents Max and Caroline's Top 5 Blue Plate Specials.
5, the number of ponies I got for my 5th birthday. 5, the number of cigarettes I smoked on my 5th birthday. 5, the number of billions my father stole in a Ponzi scheme. 5, the number of beers my mom drank for breakfast.
5, the number of nights you can watch Two Broke Girls every week. And since you're home, pants are optional. Like mine are now. Two Broke Girls. Watch Two Broke Girls weeknights at 7:30 on CW50.
TuneIn Premium has all the radio you want for $7.99 a month. That's all the radio you want for $7.99 a month. That means every single Major League Baseball game, every single NFL game, the most massive collection of commercial-free radio stations in the world, over 5.5 million podcasts, and unlimited access to 40,000 audiobooks. Download the TuneIn Radio app for a free 7-day trial of TuneIn Premium. TuneIn Premium. Boundless audio.
Meet bros Jake, Kenny, and Paul.
I got next, okay?
I guess. They may seem like just a bunch of couch bro-taters, but thanks to Mountain Dew Kickstart, something profound is about to take place. Holy moly! The energizing blast of dew and juice is now entering their mouths. Before you know it, they'll be rolling on out of here and sliding across the dance floor as if it was strewn with the peels of bro-nanas. Then this trio will spend the rest of their waking hours whispering sweet, sweet broetry into the ears of any dame that will listen. And listen they shall. These guys are bro-fessionals. Let's do this. We're coming, world! It all starts with a kick. Mountain Dew Kickstart with dew, juice, and just the right amount of kick. Now available in 6 flavors that taste good. Yum.
Taste the extreme citrus flavor of Mountain Dew for your extreme lifestyle. Mountain Dew exhilarates and quenches with its one-of-a-kind great taste. Mountain Dew. Do the do. Available now at Walmart. Walmart. Save money. Live better. Tune in tomorrow as the Lions take on the Chicago Bears. Game time 1 p.m. Presented by Ford, the official automotive company of the Detroit Lions Radio Network. 24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Be sure to jump on the shuttle to this Sunday's football game at Ford Field. It's Sparty Wolverine Week. Get 20-ounce drafts of Bud Light and Miller Lite just $2.50 during the big game Saturday. 24 Seconds in Berkeley. 24secondsbar.com.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The
Ticket.
Thank you, Tony. We're fixing the microphone. It looks great. We're brought to you by National Benefit Plans for affordable health and life insurance. Go to nbphealth.com. All right, we got the peanut gallery here. Michigan State today. 3:30 to kick off from the Big House in Ann Arbor. Michigan a 7-point favorite here on AM 950 WWJ. Michigan State has won 6 of the last 7. Red Wings fall to the Carolina Hurricanes 5-3. The Wings are 3-1. Carolina winning for the first time. Wings in Montreal tonight against the former Flying Frenchman right here on 97-1 the ticket. Major League Baseball ALCS Game 1. Royals over the Blue Jays 5-0. Game 2 is tonight. Game 1 of the NLCS tonight in Gotham. Why is someone undressing here in the studio? Mets host the Cubs. Lions and Bears tomorrow at Ford Field. Tony Ortiz will be on the sidelines for that. As always, from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
Patriots, Colts. Sunday night football coverage begins at 7:30 on your home for the NFL on Westwood One. 97.1 The Ticket.
All righty, welcome back to the show. It's 9:32. You're listening to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding.
You keep your shirt on?
Yeah, I'll keep my clothes on
Sure,
for you.
okay.
I buttoned it wrong. Hey, we are brought to you by
Ryan.
Capital Mortgage
you're
Funding.
on.
You are live.
I just
of
want to
course.
clarify that I was not the one taking
Yeah,
that.
it was not you, in case you have any listeners out there. And we brought in Sarah and
thank you,
Allen
Tony,
today
for fixing
from
the microphone.
Dave Mendelson's office, right? There you go.
That's correct.
Dave
yes.
gets a little plug out there, too.
Yeah, a little plug to Dave.
Definitely call Capital Mortgage. We have people in the office all day long. I just received a whole bunch of texts. Full staff is in the office. If you need an approval letter, if you're
Who
out there
texted
looking
you?
out. A bunch of them. All of them. 2 or 3 of them. Anyhow, get that approval letter in your hand. Definitely call us if you haven't refinanced your house and take care of what we call your financial house. Get everything in order. We'll show you how to do it the right way. We got some.
I got a
What do you
text
got?
from my dad.
What's he
It says, your attorney gets to go on the show and not me. She's only known you for a year and a half. I could have told you not to marry that woman and saved you a ton of dough.
Oh, great.
All right, listen,
Nice,
Paul.
Paul.
It was a critical year and a half.
Pile it on, broski. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, let's go out to Dave in Madison Heights. Good morning, Dave. What's going on? You've got a question, actually a divorce question. Go ahead.
Yeah, my ex-wife, we're selling our house, and she has a realtor, but I don't have any really. I don't know. I don't think she picked the right realtor.
Okay. Why don't you give it some time?
Okay, well, she's really not on the ball. I mean, the price has dropped $10,000 from $249 to $239 in a matter of 3 weeks, and I don't know if she wants
Madison
to get rid
Heights?
of the house. No,
okay.
It's in actually Lambertville.
Okay.
I just moved up here because obviously the divorce. But yeah, I was just curious to know, can I just get a separate realtor?
Well, you can't have the house
On my
under
end?
contract with 2 people. So in other words, Sarah, what he's got here is one of the spouses is unhappy. He's going through a divorce. He's unhappy with the wife picked the real estate agent. The attorneys sit down and make everyone agree to who they're going to use or interview a few people and have a process.
Yes. I would definitely think if you can come to an accord amongst yourselves, that's obviously a better way to go about it. Otherwise, your only relief is to bring a motion in front of the court and have the judge decide. But obviously, the judge is probably not in a position to know the realtors as well as the parties, so that you should probably try to reach agreement amongst yourselves.
Plus, he's under contract now, or you guys have the house under contract with this real estate. Other than this one agent, let's say, dropping the price $10,000. I mean, I don't know why you do that real quick. What else? What do you think the house would sell for? What other comparable sales have sold, and how close is that to what you have the house listed at?
We had it built in 2000.
Hey, Dave, I'm going to ask you a question one more time, okay? What is the neighborhood selling for? What's it selling for? What's that neighborhood selling for, Dave? In other words, you know it because you're an expert and you've checked it out, and the real estate agent comes over and shows you the comparable sales in the neighborhood, and you guys have a discussion about it. What is the neighborhood selling for? $275?
$275.
And you've had no offers?
No, I'm not sure. She won't tell me, so I'm not.
Well, here's the deal.
Really sure.
If you don't have an attorney, we're going to call after the show, and we're going to get you either some advice or find out if you have an attorney. At this point, I'm guessing you don't even have an attorney. Is that correct?
No, not at this point.
Right.
You need to get
an attorney. That's the
ASAP,
key.
buddy.
Yeah. And what you're saying, this is exactly why we bring on a Sarah and Allen to talk about getting the proper representation. Dave, we're going to follow up after the show. And we appreciate your call. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And I gave my
We got
email
it.
address.
Yes, sir.
You got it, Dave. We'll have Sarah give
We're
you a
going to
call
get
to
some
the show, buddy.
professionals to give you a call.
Thanks,
Easy
man.
enough.
We'll call to the show, dude.
Alex, you want to roll with another call here
Yeah,
real quick?
let's rock and
Come
roll.
on. Let's go with Dave out in Rochester Hills.
Another Dave. What's
Hey,
going on, Dave? Dave.
You there?
Yep, I'm here, buddy. Sorry, we had 3 days all on the line. So this is Dave in Rochester Hills. You're on the air, buddy.
All right. My ex, I'm not married, but I was with her for 18 years. We separated about 3 years ago, and she wants to do a quick claim deed to get off the mortgage.
That's not that's not how it works.
Sue me for it.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Though she actually, what you need to do is a refinance to remove you from the mortgage. A quick claim deed only takes your ownership away from the house. You're still on the hook. You're on the title. All you're doing is taking your name off title, which is actually not even legit because you already signed your name on a mortgage. You don't do that.
Threatened to sue me for 30 grand.
But they can threaten all they want. Sarah, what do you got?
That's your worst day ever. Now you're liable for the note, but you'd have no ownership interest in the house.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. Sarah, how about this threatening of suing?
Yeah, what's this sue you for?
She says that I'm liable for 7 years of payments. I don't live there, of course. I live, on the other side of the state. That my house is in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just making up stuff. She's angry.
That's what I thought.
What'd you do, Dave? Dave, what'd you do to this
What'd
woman?
you do to the poor thing?
I didn't do anything.
I know.
Didn't do anything.
Dude, I trust
Neither did Alex or me, but
Yeah,
that's
I know.
all right. We don't have to do anything.
Neither,
but anyway,
neither did me, Harvey or Sarah. No responsibility. Dave, here's the thing, man. If you're on the note to the mortgage, you own the house with her. You're on the mortgage and the note.
Yep.
Okay, so you cannot sign off. You can't sign a quick claim deed because then, like Sarah said, now you have no ownership of the property, but you're still responsible for making the payment.
Tell her you will sign the quick claim deed the day she's closing on her refinance transaction.
She can
refinance
right.
it, and then you can walk away, and that's the day you'll sign the quick claim deed, and you are more than willing to do that, correct?
Right. But I've got 18 years of money into that house. I'd like to get a little something out of it.
Well, then you better get an attorney to negotiate that for you. Yeah, you guys got to put that together.
That's why I'm calling, because I want Sarah to take care of me.
We will have
She
Sarah
can.
call you after the show, Dave. No worries at all, buddy.
You got it, Dave.
All right. I'll be looking forward to your call, and I listen to your show all the time. It's awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. See you, man.
Outstanding, Dave. Thanks for the call. 938. That was awesome. That was great. He needs some help. And again, we're getting these calls. This is what we wanted to hear. Some families need some help. Get some professional advice behind you. And it sounded like the first two callers here really going after haven't had the proper representation yet.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Look at Dave, for instance. The third Dave.
The third
Dave
yeah.
has some equity in that house, so he's going. He's going to want to have some of that obviously liquidated when he does his refi.
Right. A lot of times the proceedings go like, "Hey, look, I'm going to give up the equity in the house in return for a portion of your 401k or something like that." Right.
Absolutely.
Little
All
give and
day long.
take. All right, you got to have people negotiating for you. Again, look across the table from you. If you just hired a real estate agent, is that the person you want negotiating for you on the house? And if not, and you're going through a divorce like that other caller, then sit down and interview one or two people. Again, you can hire an attorney to sit down, and that's the same request that a judge is going to say, that you folks got to sit down and work this out, hash it out.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's move on to James here. We got James out in Warren. Good morning, James. You're live on the ticket. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm actually going to close on a house on November 16th. I'm supposed to, and that's roughly about 30 days out from when I signed the contract. And I know there's new trade guidelines out,
right?
And I was just wondering, how that would affect my closing date, if it would. I'm supposed to close in 30 days.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, all the new guidelines are saying is you need the final settlement statement 3 days before the closing date. So there's no more getting your numbers the day of closing, the day before closing.
Yeah, it's just a 3-day, 72 hours waiting period.
Right.
In other words, if you're clear to close and they can set it up for a Friday, you have to have your figures in hand by Wednesday. Yeah,
No,
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Friday would count.
Tuesday.
Because I'm just getting scared. I've been hearing snail mail and then things like that in 7 days. I'm just not really sure.
Here, James, I'll be 100% honest with you. The new trade guidelines, it's the government's got their hand in so deep into the lending industry now. It just went into effect October 3rd. We're all learning as we go. I mean, 30 days is tight for a closing because the title company is going to want 48 hours to print documents.
Yep.
Then you need 3 business days to get your documents before closing. So you're tacking 5 days onto the transaction.
You lose
right
a
there.
week. There's a week.
So you need to clear to close in 3 weeks, which is going to be tight. Here's the thing, though, man. You're not going to lose the house whether you close the 16th or the 22nd. Like, who cares?
I just don't want to lose my earnest money.
You're not going to.
Well, next time go to Capital Mortgage Funding. You won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you're not going to lose it, man. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
There's
All
zero
right.
chance. So don't worry about that.
Well, thank you so much.
No
I
worries.
appreciate it.
Thanks,
All
James.
righty,
See
we're
you.
up against the break. It's 9:41. If you haven't been listening, this is the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
The scale. It's one of the most commonly used and at the same time loathed tools in healthcare. What if we turn the tables on the scale? What if we weighed our healthcare costs instead of ourselves? That's what the cost estimator from Priority Health does. It lets you know the cost of a procedure before the care, because giving our members the ability to decide is a healthier approach to healthcare. Go to PriorityHealth.com to learn more.
Two Broke Girls 5 nights a week presents Max and Caroline's Top 5 Blue Plate Specials.
5, the number of ponies I got for my 5th birthday. 5, the number of cigarettes I smoked on my 5th birthday. 5, the number of billions my father stole in a Ponzi scheme. 5, the number of beers my mom drank for breakfast.
5, the number of nights you can watch Two Broke Girls every week. And since you're home, pants are optional. Like mine are now. Two Broke Girls.
Watch Two Broke Girls weeknights at 7:30 on CW50.
It's closeout time at Jim Carsley Buick. Pull ahead and get a whopping
$4,500 below employee pricing on a 2015 Buick LaCrosse. 24-month Conquest lease for only $179 a month, $999 down, and no doc fee. Hurry, offer ends October 31st.
Jim Causey, 16 and a half in Gratiot and Clinton Township.
Experience family fun and pro football like you've never seen it. The Hall of Fame Tour at the Cobo Center. Celebrate pro football's greatest players with interactive exhibits, activities for the entire family, and exclusive historical artifacts from the Hall of Fame. Meet Hall of Fame heroes James Lofton, Andre Reed, Joe DeLamiere, and Lem Barney. Hear from the pros on the main stage with Chalk Talks and the Kids Press Conference, where kids ask the questions. Take part in training camp drills and hear the stories that shaped pro football's best into Hall of Fame heroes. Compare your skills to the all-time greats in the impact zone with fun activities for all ages, including bungee runs, agility drills, field goal and passing challenges, vertical leap test, and more. Come see the legends who made the game great. The Pro Football Hall of Fame Tour. 2 days only, October 24th and 25th at the Cobo Center. Tickets on sale now. ProFootballTour.com.
Feeling like you've missed out on all the home selling and buying action that took place this summer? Well, it's not too late. In fact, it's actually one of the best times to get started. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Right now, we have more homes coming on the market than we've seen in years. And with the market changing, the longer you wait to list your home for sale, the less your home will be worth. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, my name's Brian Berryman. I'm from Bloomfield Hills. Heard Jeff's ads on the radio. I was having a hard time selling my house in Royal Oak, so I gave him a call. He took a complicated process, made it extremely easy, paid attention to detail, said I'd have my house sold in 3 weeks. 3 weeks later, house is sold.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. When you hire Jeff and his team, Jeff will personally be involved, whether it's coming out to evaluate your home or marketing your home behind the scenes. Visit Jeff and his team at their newest location in Birmingham or call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover. A household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
Want to see a Wings game at the Joe on the house? All you have to do is listen to Stoney and Bill mornings 6 to 10 right here at 97.1 The Ticket. They're giving away a pair of Red Wings tickets each week for every Detroit Red Wings home game. And if you don't win, you can buy tickets to each and every Red Wings home game by going to DetroitRedWings.com. It's like a listener rebate program. Listen to Stoney and Bill and win some Wings tickets. Courtesy of the Detroit Red Wings and your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey. 97.1 The Ticket.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. See, Sarah and I have something in common. We love the flower. I love the outdoor landscape. It's beautiful. I mean, especially on a day like today.
We're just now, Brian and I are just now getting into that. We have a very, very small Birmingham yard. So it's enough for me to take care of with flowers.
And sometimes smaller is better because you can make it beautiful. You don't have to, it's not all that extra maintenance.
That's right. Not overwhelming.
Something to concern yourself with when you're buying a house, right? Do you like to bend over and bag a lot of leaves or not? You can always hire people to do that. But again, we talk about home maintenance and lots of different things on the show. This is the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. If you're just joining us, we take your calls at 248-539-9797. And this is Alex Nafusi over there. Alex, let's go over here to Bob in East Point. Good morning, Bob. You're live on the ticket.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, I listen to you guys as often as I can, and you seem like very stand-up guys. And I was wondering, I'm sure you heard those reverse mortgages that, that Fred Thompson advertises, and I just got a thing in the mail from last week, and I called and talked to a representative to get an idea what it's all about. And I don't have a mortgage that's been paid off several years ago, but I have a home equity loan. And I was just wondering what the pros and cons are on those things. Are those things legit?
I like the reverse mortgage. I really do. It's one of those products that if not utilized properly, you can get yourself in trouble. There's a couple of different ways to go about it. You can take a lump sum of cash. You can take a monthly stipend. You can do another home equity line of credit with that. Let me ask you a question. So how old are you, Bob?
66.
Okay. So, no, he's you're good. Yes. I mean, you could do that. I mean, and what's the house worth?
Now that's the question. Before the housing bubble and all that, it was appraised for like 130.
So
but since then, everything's went downhill, and my last SUV was like at 25,000.
That means it's worth 50 grand.
What do you say? It's worth 50?
Yeah, 50, 60,000. I mean, it's something we can look into for you. I want to run all the numbers for it. And I want to make sure that you understand, all the pros and cons, because you are taking the equity out of the house. Now, granted, you never lose the house. I mean, if you take $400 a month, $500 a month as a stipend, and you live to be 130 years old, you never lose the house. But with that being said, if you had plans to leave it to your kids or somebody else, they're not going to get anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The way he explained it to me, I owe 25 on that, and they'd say they'd like pay that off, and it wouldn't be due till I die, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So they asked me if I said, well, I'll leave it to my kids, of course. And he says the most they can get out of me, let's say the house is only worth 20 at the time.
Right.
They can only get the 25,000. That's it. Is that correct?
That's correct, but your kids aren't going to get anything. So that's the issue. You get, as long as you're cool with that, I mean, it's a good way to go.
And they're cool with that, because I'm sure, because he's afterwards, they'd be interested in staying in a house, or whatever.
Okay.
I said, I doubt it. They both have their own homes.
Bob, let me do this.
They'd probably sell the home.
I'm going to have Brian Cohen from my office call you. He's a reverse mortgage guy that works at Capital. And I'll have him give you a shot after the show. And he can run the pros and cons for you, run some numbers, and you guys can kick some figures around and try to figure it out.
Thanks for the call, Bob.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, 248-539-9797. We have open lines here. No doubt. Actually, next Saturday, we have planned Brian to come into the show here and talk all about reverse mortgages. It does work for cash flow. There's a lot of great things about the program. But as you said, Alex, they have to really have all their paperwork in front of them. Sit down with their families. There's a lot of education that get underneath
make sure people understand, what happens. I mean, you're signing your house over. I mean, so if you plan to give it to, to your kids, there's not going to be anything there. So, I mean, it's a great product, and it's very beneficial when used in the right way, but people need to understand everything. And it's, it baffles me, and how many people we still talk to, even, they call to the show, they're like, I don't even know what I signed. Like,
we hear that so often.
I hate that. And, again, it really goes back to dealing with people you trust. And, I was like, even like in law, Sarah, it's like, I'm like, dude, what am I signing?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, you had no idea.
No, I didn't.
You were napping during our mediation, remember?
Really?
Nice, Alex. 248-539-9797. Wanted to remind you we got.
I was out the night before. Too late.
Quick reminder: we got Pat Caputo coming up with Kyle Bogey out there in Ann Arbor. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. Tons of sports, of course. The big game coming up at 3:30. Lots of cool things happen. Of course, Lions tomorrow. Maybe getting off that the 0-5. Is it 0-5 start? Maybe they can put one on the right side there.
But
That feels so great about it, but you never know. Hey, we gotta support the team, so we're definitely gonna hang in there with them. Hey, cool stuff happening. All these rebound buyers are back again. Did you have a foreclosure in the past? Did you have a situation, a bankruptcy, a foreclosure? Are you back in the buying game? Definitely give Capital Mortgage a call. People that you can trust. Purchases continue to be the way to go. Of course, rents have gone way up. If you want to rent anywhere in Southeast Michigan, man, oh man, it's more than really owning the house, and you don't get the tax break of home ownership. It's one of the things that people miss out on is owning a house. There are some tax benefits to you that you get to write off the interest, the taxes, and even the closing cost on a purchase. Consult your CPA as always, your tax accountant, and find out how it can benefit you. Home ownership, totally the way to go. And again, the way to build equity here in Southeast Michigan. Again, if you're not going to be living here forever, if your job's not stable, then you're not a buyer right now. But maybe not too far down the road, we can turn you into a buyer.
you got, and the thing too is like the rents around here are just, they're so high. I mean, it's really pushing affordability across the board. And it really is like, before it was kind of like 50-50, like, oh, you can rent for this, you're buying the payments the same. I'm telling you right now, it is so much cheaper to buy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity of home ownership.
The rents they're getting in, the Woodward Corridor, Royal Oak, Berkeley, Birmingham, Ferndale, relative to buying. I mean, you could buy a house for $150,000 and your payment's $1,000 a month. You can't rent for $1,000.
Exactly. The same house would rent $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 easily, maybe $1,800.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. You can't, for $150,000 and $1,000 a month, you cannot get a house. With a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever, 1,500 square feet for $1,000 a month in rent.
Also, if you have a family, you're subject to the person that you're leasing through. I mean, what if they decide they want to sell the home or something? If you have kids, you never have control over your own destiny, so to speak. If you purchase your house, you can stay there as long as you like, presumably.
You always come up with a great point like that. That was a fantastic point.
Thanks.
There's no doubt about that. Right. Why not? Right. The kids are finally settled in. You love the school
That's
district.
right.
And now you can't live there anymore. The guy wants to sell the house out from underneath you. You don't own it. Lots of reasons why home ownership looks like the way to go. 248-539-9797 if you want to sneak in here. Again, if you're going to be a homeowner coming up in the springtime, call us now. Let us get prepared for home ownership. There's documents involved. We want to make sure you get your money all tightened up and, more importantly, get that credit score up. Too many families come in here with opportunities to get their credit score up, but they're waiting to the last minute. Do it now. That way you'll get the best opportunity to save money on your new mortgage. And we've got Phil calling in from Oxford. Good morning, Phil. Welcome to our show.
Hello.
What's up, Phil?
I've been trying to sell my house for a year. My second listing just ran out, and I can't get rid of it, and I can't remortgage, and I'm trying to get to Florida. I don't know what to do.
Well, if it hasn't sold in a year, it's overpriced.
What's the feedback you're getting, Phil? So, in other words, you've got your house listed for how much money? What's the list price on it?
$217,500.
And what is the neighborhood selling for? Why are you not getting offers that are going to be, respectable? Why aren't you getting an offer on this house in over a year? What's the agent telling you?
I've got a couple offers. It was just that I was told by a realtor yesterday that if my house was only worth $200,000,
okay,
I need to get $214,000 to get out of it.
Well,
how much did you purchase the house for when you bought it?
$200,000, interest only, 10 years ago.
So in 10 years, you decided to pay nothing off.
So you paid nothing down on the principal balance.
I retired in that period of time, and a lot of people hit me hard. I couldn't pay any more than what I had.
Well, I mean, Phil, unfortunately, you borrowed the money. You have to pay it back. You might not be going to Florida in the near future.
How about this? What if you contacted your bank? Why don't you accept the offer? Contact your bank about maybe an offer to do a short sale. Have you considered that?
I've been advised not to do that.
I advise you to not do that as well.
You're $17,000 away. Maybe you're even a little bit closer than that.
But wait, time out. If you bought it for $200,000 10 years ago, and you owe $200,000,
nice.
Cost with realtor would be about $214,000.
Oh, because you got to pay the commission. So negotiate the commission down. Put it for sale by owner.
I tried that. I never got any offers at all.
There's something. If your house isn't selling in a year, it's overpriced. Or there's something wrong with the house. I'm just telling you right now. I'm being honest with you. Let me do this, Phil. I'm gonna have one of my buddies, a realtor, give you a call, and maybe you guys come together on an agreement and get that house out from underneath you.
There you go. That's a good idea.
But you need some more feedback on that one, buddy.
Thanks for the call, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
All righty. That's it, Gunny. All right. Now we're getting pumped up. We got Michigan State coming up at 3:30. I know everyone's fired up. We're broadcasting live right after our show. Pat Caputo and Kyle Bogey. So keep it here on 97.1. We were brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, so be sure to call Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Want to thank our special guest, Sarah Ellen, for coming in. Sarah, you're coming in again to talk about some real estate division and all this divorce stuff. Definitely have you back.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. It was fun.
All right, good. And more importantly, the information's great, so you reach out to some folks. Hey, Alex, you got anything to say?
I'm good, man. Go green.
Go green. I'll let you go away with that one. All right, for Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Free. We'll see you next Saturday. Keep it here.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
How much more endurance would the tennis player have if his sleep problems were addressed by a specialist? How much faster could the wide receiver get back to his game if he had a sports medicine expert treating his concussion? How much more would the marathoner enjoy running if she found out her shortness of breath was due to an easily treated respiratory condition? From injury prevention to leading-edge treatment, no one sees the whole athlete like Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Not just orthopedics, but a full team of sports specialists. The only team in Michigan with every member part of a unified group. No one offers more ways to get every muscle, bone, tendon, organ, nerve, and blood vessel working in perfect harmony. Download our sports medicine app and learn more at henryford.com/sports. We're Henry Ford. Together, we can.
It's the perfect time to update your home with beautiful new tile now during Menards Oktoberfest sale. Save big on ceramic, porcelain, natural stone, glass tile, and more. Add beauty to your kitchen or bath with Mohawk tile. 3-inch by 6-inch Vivint wall tile features a glazed smooth